Yeah, just all this provoking. That's what they want to do, man. This is whack.
See, bitches get threatened when they can't handle the truth. They want to start swinging.
Wait, hold on. Let them clear that out because I promise
We're gonna walk straight to
No,
the
listen,
car.
I promise you. When one of these girls grab you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Let's go get some drinks. Yeah.
This family drama just got real, and there's no coming back from this one. Lil Mendeecees finally snapped on his father, and the pain behind his words, you could feel it. Years of built-up resentment, unanswered questions, and broken promises all came rushing out in one explosive moment. Mendeecees tried to keep his cool, but it was clear he wasn't ready for what his son had to say. And in the middle of it all, Yandy, caught between the two men she loves, trying to hold it together. But even she couldn't keep the emotions from spilling over. So what led to this? How did a simple conversation turn into a full-blown confrontation? And why do so many people think Lil Mendeecees had every right to call his father out? Let's break it all down. To understand why this happened, we gotta go back.
I've been let down my whole life.
Right.
I had expectations, and everyone I had expectations let me down. And I didn't want this relationship ruined.
Did you tell her that?
I told her
tell her that, but did you really mean that?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't mean it. I wanted to see if she take the exit.
Right.
Like if he giving me a, like
If
sometimes
you give it out, I'm gonna take it.
sometimes you give someone an out and see if they take it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, that's what they really want, the out.
This moment between Mendeecees and his son didn't just come out of nowhere. It's been brewing for years. Lil Mendeecees has always had a complicated relationship with his father. Growing up, he didn't have that strong father figure in his life because Mendeecees spent years in prison. And let's be real, no matter how many calls or visits happen, nothing replaces a father being physically present, guiding you through life. While Mendeecees was locked up, Yandy stepped up. She raised Lil Mendeecees, provided for him, and made sure he felt loved. But that love could never erase the pain of knowing his real father wasn't there. It wasn't just about missing birthdays or holidays, it was about the everyday moments. Learning how to handle life as a young man, dealing with school, relationships, and just having that fatherly support. And as Lil Mendeecees grew older, those feelings of abandonment didn't just fade away. There were attempts to rebuild that father-son bond after Mendeecees got out, but let's be honest, it was never the same. Trust takes time to rebuild, and every time it seemed like they were making progress, something would push them back. Maybe it was a disagreement, maybe it was an expectation not met, but that distance between them never fully closed. All of this built up over the years, and eventually, something had to give. It all went down during a car ride. What started as a normal conversation quickly spiraled into a heated argument. At first, it was just a disagreement, maybe about respect, maybe about responsibility, but it didn't take long for deeper emotions to surface. Mendeecees, trying to assert himself as the father, called Lil Mendeecees out for being disrespectful. But Lil Mendeecees wasn't just arguing back, he was letting out years of frustration. He finally said what he had been holding in for so long: "You were never really there for me," and that hit hard. Mendeecees didn't like hearing it, but for Lil Mendeecees it was the truth. It wasn't just about the past, it was about how he still felt like his father hadn't truly made things right. The tension in the car got thick real fast. Voices got louder, tempers flared, and before anyone realized it, things turned physical. This wasn't just an argument anymore. It was years of pain coming out in the worst way possible. And that's when Yandy stepped in. What she did next left everyone stunned.
Yandy is too grown to be acting so young and dumb. Maybe if you had this same energy for your own marriage, your husband would not be thinking about divorce every day. Because I mean, the blogs are saying that he has a mistress and the girls are talking.
Now this is where things get really heartbreaking. Yandy has spent years trying to hold this family together. She was there for Lil Mendeecees when his father couldn't be, and she's also been the one supporting Mendeecees through everything. But in that moment, stuck between her husband and the son she raised, she completely broke down. She didn't want to take sides, but she was forced to. Emotions were already out of control, and when things got physical, Yandy had to make a decision. And in a move that no one saw coming, she chose Mendeecees. She told Lil Mendeecees that he needed to leave and come back when he had calmed down, and just like that, he felt like he was being pushed out of his own family. After everything they had been through, after all the years Yandy spent raising him, he probably never expected her to turn her back on him in such a heated moment. For Yandy, this was likely about trying to de-escalate the situation, but for Lil Mendeecees, it probably felt like the ultimate betrayal. He was already dealing with the pain of his father not being around the way he needed, and now the one person he thought would always have his back told him to leave. And trust me, the internet had a lot to say about this, and so did Lil Mendeecees. When family drama gets this messy, you know it's gonna spill online. Lil Mendeecees wasted no time taking his feelings to social media. He went live, and let's just say he did not hold back. He put his father on blast, claiming that Mendeecees only acts like he cares when the cameras are rolling. According to him, all that talk about rebuilding their relationship just for show, and behind closed doors, it's a whole different story. But he didn't stop there. He also called out Yandy, saying that she was more focused on keeping up appearances than actually being there for him. He felt like she chose her image and her marriage over the child she raised, and this had fans completely divided. Some people felt for Lil Mendeecees, saying he had every right to be upset after everything he's been through. Others thought Yandy did what she had to do to keep the peace, and then there were those who believed Mendeecees should have stepped up and handled things differently from the start. One thing's for sure, this situation got way messier than anyone expected, and just when we thought it couldn't get any crazier, another major player jumped in.
All this rumors and stuff that what people saying is not true. This is what I've been saying the whole time. I don't know that girl. I just ordered a drink.
After Lil Mendeecees' social media rant, things were getting out of control, and Mendeecees knew he had to speak up. So he sat down for an interview, trying to set the record straight. According to him, he's always wanted to be there for his son, but things weren't that simple. He brought up his time in prison, saying that being locked up took away years that he'll never get back. He insisted that he's been doing his best to rebuild that bond, but it's been hard. And then he dropped the classic line. He blamed outside influences for making things worse. He didn't call out anyone directly, but fans took it as a jab at Yandy, social media, and even Lil Mendeecees' mother. Basically, he was saying that people around his son were feeding him negativity, making it harder for them to move forward. But let's be real, fans weren't buying it. The comment section was full of people calling him out, saying, "Where was this energy when your son needed you?" Others pointed out that his words felt more like excuses than accountability. Sure, prison took him away, but what about after? What about all the times Lil Mendeecees felt ignored even when his father was around? At this point, it seemed like Mendeecees' attempt to defend himself only made things worse, and the drama wasn't over yet because then Erica stepped in. And this is where things got even wilder. Erica, Mendeecees' ex, decided she wasn't about to sit back and watch him play the victim, so she jumped in with her own receipts, and let's just say she did not hold back. She went straight to social media, basically saying, "I've been telling y'all about him for years." According to Erica, this isn't just about Lil Mendeecees. Mendeecees has always been an inconsistent father to all of his kids. She claimed he's great at putting on a show for the cameras, but behind the scenes, a different story. She even posted old messages and screenshots showing that she's been calling him out on his parenting for a long time. And this made fans start questioning everything. Was Mendeecees ever really the good guy in this situation? Had he been spinning the narrative all along to make himself look better? At this point, the internet was completely split. Some people still believed Mendeecees was trying to do the right thing but was being held back by the past. Others thought this was just more proof that he was never really there for his kids the way they needed. A person wrote, "Lil Mendeecees has every right to feel how he feels. You can't disappear for years and expect everything to be good just because you came back. He needed a father then, not just now." Another one added, "Yandy should have handled that better. That boy has been through enough, and instead of making him feel heard, she pushed him away. That's gotta hurt."
Now, Jasmine mentioned you, by the way.
Me?
Oh yeah, you.
Whoa.
She mentioned you sitting at her bar. So it's
Oh,
like,
man, these. I think Kurt was going down like the Titanic, slowly. He hit that iceberg. He looked to the left and was, Mendeecees. And Mendeecees was like, boy, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I didn't know who she was. So someone had to say, that's Kurt, baby mother. And I never went back. We never had 2 words.
Can I ask you one question? Where the hell is your ring at?
Don't do Kurt.
I lost it.
Oh my God.
Now, the big question is, can this family ever recover? After everything that's been said and done, will Lil Mendeecees ever be able to forgive his dad? Right now, it's clear that he feels betrayed and unheard. And after going public with his frustrations, things might be harder to fix than ever. And what about Yandy? She stood by Mendeecees in the heat of the moment, but is she second-guessing that decision? Fans are already debating whether she should have taken a different approach. Was she just trying to keep the peace? Or did she really believe Lil Mendeecees was in the wrong? Then there's Erica's bombshell claims. Will this change how people see Mendeecees for good? Some fans are already saying this situation just confirmed what they've suspected all along, that he's more concerned with his image than actually making things right with his kids. Others think he deserves a chance to explain himself. I want to hear what y'all think. Was Lil Mendeecees wrong for snapping, or did he have every right? And do you think Yandy made the right choice? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.